To make your cotton loops for your hot pad looms, you're going to want to have a needle, and this is a number 2 yarn, which you'll want to use a smaller yarn like this with the small hole I-cord loom. So you're going to want to put the yarn through like this, then you can just let that hang and later you'll just cut it off. So we're going to do a drawstring cast on, and the way we start that is we go behind the first peg, in front of the second head, behind the third peg, in front of the fourth peg. And then we're going to just do a flat stitch around all the pegs again. And then we'll start picking over. So at this point, as we've gotten all the way around twice, basically, I'm going to pick over here. And then pick over my second peg. Then over my fourth peg. The bottom one over the top. Okay, and now we've created that drawstring cast on. You can see that it's connected all the way around. And now I'm just going to continue with that flat stitch by draping the yarn over the top of each peg and picking the bottom over. And as we do that, we'll start creating our little I-cord, and it will come down through the hole. As you keep going around and doing the flatten it, you're going to start creating this little tube. And because you have your needle attached here, it creates a weight. So it's really easy for it to just stay down, and you can just pull that down, and you'll notice that we're creating our I-cord here. And it's just really simple. And then you just keep going till it is the length that you want it for your hot pad. So that would be making it either like a 14-inch, because then you're going to make it a circle, so it'll be 7-inch, or doing about 20 inches if you're using the 10-inch loom. All right, so I've just finished making my I-cord. You'll notice that this is one of the Harrisville Designs friendly loops, and it has quite a bit of stretch to it. Like I cut one in half, and if you look, it will pull pretty long. So the yarn, when I make my own, does pull, but it doesn't pull quite as much. So you kind of want to think about that, of how much stretch does the yarn you have work. So what I did is I kind of pulled it around my loop until I was like, okay, that's like even, and I'm not having to pull super tight, and I know that it will work. So I ended up making mine about 11 inches for the mug rug loom to be able to fit it on the mug rug, which is a little bit smaller than the 7-inch loom. To do the cast off, we're going to do a drawstring cast off. And you want to make sure you have your working yarn, that you've wrapped it around at least 3 times, so you have that much space when you're pulling it through. You bring your working yarn in front and below the yarn on your first peg. Then I take my pick down and I pick up that yarn, turn it, and pull it all the way through. And then I'm going to do that all the way around. So you have to kind of push up the top loop so you can pull it under and out. And I'm going to go to the next one, put it under. You kind of turn the pick to pull it up, and again put it under, pull it up, and then I can just pull it off of each one. And I pull that out, and we have a perfect drawstring. Now, once you have them, you have your 2 ends. At this point, we're going to connect them together to create our loop. Okay, so I'm going to use my tapestry needle here, or yarn needle, and I'm going to do about 3 stitches in. So I'm going to kind of put my needle in and go up about 3 stitches, and then come out the other side and pull that through. And what I'm doing is connecting the two ends. Okay, and making sure, you want to make sure that you tighten that drawstring so it's nice and tight as you do this. And you want it to be as close to the front together. So see how we're kind of overlapping those two? And now we're going to go back through this way and connect them. Go inside and then go inside on the other side as well. Now we're going down and through to connect the two sides together to create as seamless of a loop as you can. Is the goal, is to create a seamless loop. So once you've done that, like I like to do like 2 or 3 times to make sure it's connected, then you can tie the two together with the 3 knots. So we've connected, connected, and connected to get that nice and tight. And then we're going to use this and the 2 ends and tie it 3 times. So I'm doing 1, 2, and last one, 3, and then I will tie in the ends and hide it with inside the loop. And you do that again with the needle. I can take this and just kind of get in the center of that tube that I've created. And I like to go a little ways in and pull that, and then I will cut that off. And then that side is hidden, and then I can thread the other side and do the same thing. So now I have my full loop, and what I like to do after I have hidden the ends, I like to use the sewn edge and put it right on the side, because that way as I'm binding off on my hot pad, that seam just kind of gets put in with the chain and it makes it very unnoticeable. Now you can see how that is my first loop of my hot pad, and I made it myself with the extras I had of my cotton yarn on this cute little I-cord loom. Till next time, happy looming!